Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming. In this video I'm going to show you guys a new acrylic magnetic case that I just had come in. Kind of tweak some of the stuff that I've seen from other cases in the past. And then we'll open up some Champions Path at the end because I know a lot of you are here to see some stuff opened up. But I really want to show you guys this case first. So this is the one that I just got in. Let's see if I can point this camera down just a little bit. This is the one that I was using for a while. You can kind of see there's a size difference, and that's because I'm using thicker acrylic on the left and the right and the bottom and the top. And also this one is actually already on this, so that does create a little bit of a height, but it's going to be thicker and a little bit stronger as well. Now the differences that I'm going to show you guys are just things that I kind of tweaked because I just didn't like it in any of the original designs that I saw at other places. Actually, I put the lid on the top instead of the bottom, which you could change that if you wanted to, but a lot of times the cases like this one you can see have rounded corners, so it made it kind of awkward to put the rounded corners on the bottom if you wanted to make the lid on the top. Also, I use 6 magnets instead of 4, and these are a little bit thicker. You can kind of see right there, and these are actually really strong magnets. I got several samples because I kept sending them back. I was like, no, I want it stronger, and I just got this little bath toy right here, and you can see right here, it's supporting its own weight, and I'm jiggling it up and down, so it's actually more than its own weight plus the weight of the box. Whereas you're not going to get that from the other boxes, and this is one of the more well-made ones that I had for sale. But it comes right off, like I'm not just barely. It comes off. It's not going to happen on this one. It sticks really strong. There we go, and you can kind of hear it when it goes on too. Let's see if we can get that with this one. You probably can't tell the difference there. It does have the same kind of like little grooves right here, but it's a little bit thicker, I believe. Yeah, on this one, so it fits in there kind of nice. Now, one other thing that was changed was the size. I made these boxes a lot tighter. So when you put in the Wizards of the Coast box, it fits pretty smooth in there. These are more slated for this type of box. However, since there's a lot of people who collect newer boxes as well, Gen 4 and on, these are actually a little bit thicker than the WotC boxes. I don't know if you've ever noticed. Probably can't tell right there, but they're just ever so slightly thicker. So they're going to be a little bit more tough to get in here, but it's tight, but it goes in still pretty well. But it's a really nice tight fit, other than that little piece of dust that I just drug down there with it, and you can kind of see how tight it is. I'm holding it upside down right there, and it's not coming out. Now if you want to, you can shake it out and then just slowly ease it out, but that's the only way that you're going to pull it out. It's not going to just fall out on its own. But like I said, they will fit the newer boxes, but they're more meant for the older boxes, because I mean, who's going to spend $80, because that's what I charge for these things, $80 on one of these really nice acrylic cases for a box? It's only worth $100 or so. I mean, some people will do it, but if you're going to do it, know that they will fit, just they're not as tight. And there are cheaper options out there if you want to find them for between the $30 and $50 range. Some are even cheaper than that, but you're going to get what you pay for. And I was tired of I'd pull these boxes out of storage, and I would grab the lid, or I would grab it upside down, because they're made to where the lids are on the bottom, and they just fall. The box would fall out, because if these magnets aren't lined up perfectly, then it's hard for them to stay sealed at all. So I didn't want to risk these boxes that are worth 5 digits for a box that could be made for an additional $20 or so. And these are really, really strong because the acrylic is much thicker. I mean, you can see the size difference right here when you put them side by side, and this is still a really good quality case. Just I wanted something a little bit better, so I had these made, and I had my own dimensions drawn up for them. And these are completely unbranded. You're not going to see like TCA Gaming or anything on them. It's just completely blank acrylic type case, and it's got the magnetic lid so you can pull things in and out, and it does come with these little rubber feet on the bottom. But anyways, that's enough about that. 5 minutes on talking about a single case and how it fits. Now we'll get around to opening up some Champions Path. Now really the only cards in here that people are chasing after are the Charizards. It does have a Venusaur, but you know, it's like a really distant second. But because there are 2 Charizards in here and they're really nice, this set is still super hot, very popular. The Elite Trainers are quite popular because you've got that promo Charizard guaranteed in here. If we can find it. Get it out of here. There it is. And it looks like the condition on this one is really good. I'm just thinking that very first initial round that I had was just bad quality from where they were all shipped. Alright, so let's open up these booster packs. I went into Target the other day. I don't normally go there shopping much, but my wife, she loves going there. And we got there right when they opened up, and there was 3 or 4 people lined up outside, and we were going in there to, I can't remember what it was we were picking up, but it was, she was doing some kind of crafts or something that she wanted to get because my daughter, her teacher got COVID, so she was technically exposed directly to it, so she's in quarantine. And I think she's going to get some crafts to do with her or something like that while, you know, she's at home. So we were waiting outside. It just opened up. 3 or 4 people, you know, ran in there. And I thought, you know, let me just walk over to the Pokemon aisle. And man, I tell you, Holly Warner, I forgot to pull off the energy. There was nothing, like literally nothing. And then those other people that had showed up there early, they were there for Pokemon. And so I asked them, hey, you know, what you looking for? And they're like, oh, you know, Champions Path Elite Trainer boxes. That's what they were looking for. And, you know, I have some, but, you know, I was just going over there just to see what they have, because every now and then you'll find some really old product stuck out on the shelves. But I was just completely surprised that still everything is just completely wiped out. Like there was nothing. There was some Magic stuff up there, but there was no Yu-Gi-Oh! And very limited sports. Pokemon, like it takes about half of that aisle. I mean, there was just nothing there. And, you know, those guys, I guess they got there early and they were going to try to pick up any Champions Path Elite Trainers, and they said, you know, maybe Hidden Fates would be out there. But I guess people just travel around to, like, the big stores and they look for that kind of stuff and try to pick them all up. I remember the only time I bought a lot of stuff from an actual retail store like that was when Primal Clash, so like X and Y, it was X and Y 5. This is when the pull rates changed over from 4 ultra rares a box to 6+. And they had mega full arts. I mean, it was a killer set. With Primal Clash, they accidentally released this stuff about a month early because someone in Targets, they released out the mini albums. And if you know what I'm talking about with the mini albums, they actually have 1 booster pack stuck in there with them. So I went there and I was like, wow, Primal Clash is not supposed to be out yet. What do we have here? Ooh, an Incineroar, dude. That's pretty good. So I bought all the albums they had, which it wasn't much. It was like 22 of them or so. But it was really cool because I got a head start on the set and got a lot of pictures up. Because back then I would take pictures of every single card, holographic, reverse holo, uncommon, common, like everything. And I would sell all the cards. And I'd even take pre-orders on stuff. But I could get some of the cards out early. I remember one of the cards that I pulled was a Primal Groudon EX full art. It was the Mega level, and then it was also a Wailord EX full art. I think I sold it for like $50 a piece. And back then, that was a lot of money for a new card, you know, at set release. Let's see what else we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So far, we've had what, 1V, the Incineroar V. But ever since then, I really haven't found too much at stores before. I found a few things here and there where I might need a promo or something like that, but you don't run into really old stuff anymore in the stores like you did. I remember when I was in college, I'd go to Kmart, and they would, for some reason, every now and then, they'd just stick out EX series packs. Pulled, I think I got a few EX Dragon Frontiers out of there. And, you know, this wasn't too far outside of the EX era. I mean, it was like 2011, something like that. But it was way out of print, and, you know, it was really cool to find that kind of stuff. Do we have a full art? Ooh, Galarian Cursola V. So does this evolve? Oh, I don't know if, I assume it's somehow related to the Corsola from Generation 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. card box, Sharpedo. Let's see what else we have here. And thanks again to all of you who have been using the TCA 5 code in the background. It's kind of like a mutually beneficial type deal, where you guys get 5% off, and sometimes I get a little kickback off of it. But it's being used quite a bit, so hopefully you guys are finding some good deals on there. Larry now Scooting, that's the second one of those, I think. I'm still waiting on my Vivid Voltage booster box restock to come in. Probably won't get here until the next set releases. That'd probably be about par for the course. But I'm not really that excited about Battle Styles. I keep looking at the set, and that new mechanic doesn't seem to be that great, but maybe for play. I don't know. I'm just not seeing, you know, the key cards or, you know, really anything. I mean, sure, Charizard is always great in a set. I know a lot of people get tired of it, but, you know, Charizard sells. There are other cards, too, I mean, that people really like. I mean, Unified Minds had that Mewtwo and Mew GX. You know, it's playable. It was really nice. And, you know, I think people bought that set, and they're still buying that set for it. Team Up had great artworks with the Eevee and Snorlax and the Gengar, Mimikyus, you know, all that good stuff, the Wailord and Magikarps. But, you know, I'm just not seeing it yet. But we don't know all the cards that are in it as well. I know we finished off with Altaria. So we didn't pull anything that great in this Champions Path Elite Trainer. We did get one V card and the full art. Was it a V Max? It was a Cursol. It might have been just a V too. No, it's just a regular V. So we got 2 V cards, one regular, one full art. It looks kind of cool. Got the rainbow thing going on in the background. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you are curious about these, just let me know. Otherwise, just go check them out in my eBay store. They're under the old listing for what I had with the Team Rocket box for the for basically when I was selling something similar to this. Anyways, thanks guys for watching, and I hope to see you around again.